I'm Tommy C, and this is Shot for the Point News. And I know what you're thinking. You uploaded to the wrong channel. No, I didn't. I got you. No, I didn't. Why don't we make this a plug? Why not? Let's just do that. I do a channel, Shot for the Point News, with the help of my news team. Couldn't make it without my news team. I really want to start pouring a lot more into it. And this is the kind of content we do. We watch videos. We go over online happenings, some of the goofier stuff when YouTubers start acting like real degenerates. We cover that. And I love it. When I'm passionate about something, I upload. And that's Shot from the Point News. And you can check it out. It's in the description box below. And this is a lot what it's like. So here we go. I made a video a couple of weeks ago. And I expressed my opinion about the Hong Kong blizzard situation. And it was a no BS, no Tommy C shtick, or it wasn't hyperbole. I was really, really upset that an American company that I like very much, like Blizzard, who is considered somewhat of a woke company that doesn't have a problem pushing LGBT issues, which, by the way, I have no issues with. Whatever. I'd rather them not. I'd rather be politic free, but it is nonetheless. You know, I don't care if gays get married. It's just not a big deal to me. I know there's a lot more nuance to it than that, and the whole LGBT thing. That's for another time, for another place. It's not here. If you care, give me a call on the live show. I'll probably talk about it. And I just was shocked and appalled when Blitzchung, a Hearthstone Grandmaster, was stripped of his earnings. He was punished for over a year, which would have cut him out of a full season. And that the announcers were fired. That when Blitzchung held up or said something to the effect of Free Hong Kong Revolution Over Time and wore a gas mask as a symbol of the protests that are going on in Hong Kong. And I just, that on top of the NBA thing, where they seem to be defending the oppressive regime inside of China, you know, the NBA is as American as apple pie. It's as American as it gets. Basketball is really the only true American sport. And, you know, while I may not be the biggest basketball fan in the world, I'm pretty much into video games. I think I've earned my cred in the video game space. I don't know. And then I find out that Blizzard, who proposes to be some sort of woke company that I've seen players and management and developers talk about their political feelings before, shut these people down. Act like the oppressive regime, like really doing the bidding of a terrible oppressive regime like China, communist China, or quasi-communist. It's a communism with a corporate pull. And I talked very openly and frankly about my feelings and how disappointed I was. The fact that this was an American company, the fact that, you know, I think a lot of us were in the army or in the war. It's at the end of the day, it's about supporting American values and be able to say what you want when you want, especially when it comes to political speech. And this corporation that was American, that supposedly has these values, would so easily bootlick China. Murderous, unforgiving, disgusting, oppressive, monstrous regime would just, hey, we got money in China. Sorry. Which is pretty much the NBA's attitude too. And I said that I'd pull my World of Warcraft subscription, and it did. And I said, although it is Blizzard Activision, I did pull also my pre-order for what was it called? Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty. I planned to play Call of Duty and stream Call of Duty, and I said I wouldn't be doing any of that. And thus far, I haven't. And what I didn't realize so many of you in the comments, and I didn't call for a boycott. I think I even expressly said something to the effect of, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm asking you to think about it, something to that effect. And I couldn't believe like how many people in the comments in my small audience that is just so fiercely loyal said, yeah, I'm joining you. I'm with you. Even one of my team members just said, I'm with you. I'm not buying this stuff. And I was, that was pretty cool. It's what I expected, but when I saw it, the amount of people that wrote and said similar things, I was just like blown away. I was totally impressed. And I said before, I hate the word influencer. I really do. But again, I think if I'm a small influencer for I guess I'm not totally comfortable with it. But yeah, I wanted to use that influence to send a message to Blizzard. And that message was felt. And I think not just with Blizzard. I think it's it seems that both people on both wings find this unacceptable. I do, except for gaming journalists, but that's another story for another time. But I saw Democrats, Republicans, lefties, righties saying, no way, this will not stand. This will not stand. And I would say this is not the first time the gamers have had a huge impact on politics. I mean, going back to Gamergate, I fully believe that they played a deep role in changing the culture to allow Donald Trump to get elected. We definitely sent a message to EA with the Star Wars Battlefront 2. They never really got what they wanted or what they should have got from that game, considering it's such a big title and not a bad game. And I think we did something this time too, and we're going to watch the video, but I'm going to warn you, like in all fights, in all wars, sometimes you get stuff, but you don't get everything, but maybe you get all or most of it. If you want to go back to, I don't know, the Irish War for Independence 100 years ago, I think would be this year. And a guy like Michael Collins, he went and negotiate and got everything but Northern Ireland. And soon after, a civil war broke out because he didn't get the Northern Ireland province. He didn't get Belfast. But I don't think anybody could say that the fact that they got all the other counties wasn't a good thing. And even back then, they were mad. They were angry. They were angry at Michael Collins because he didn't get all of Ireland, but he got most of it. So that means most people would be not subject to British rule. And I think this is sort of what we got today. And let's watch the apology. It has not been received terribly well. Only 1.9K up and 6.3 down. But we'll talk about it. Let's watch this this Joker. He definitely looks like a gamer. But let's watch it together and we'll talk about it.
Had the opportunity to bring the world together in a tough Hearthstone esports moment about a month ago, and we did not. We moved too quickly in our decision-making, and then, to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk with all of you. When I think about what I'm most unhappy about, there's really two things. The first one is we didn't live up to the high standards that we really set for ourselves. And the second is we failed in our purpose. And for that, I am sorry, and I accept accountability. So what exactly?
Yeah, I got to stop this. That's all well and good, but are we going to see this mistake again? It's not a mistake. It was they're clamoring after Chinese money. This is all well and great and good and all that other good stuff. But you sort of, but I don't see this as dropping the ball. I see this as much more serious than that. But let him go on.
So what exactly is our purpose? BlizzCon is demonstrating it even as we speak. We aspire to bring the world together in epic entertainment. And I truly believe in the positive power of video games. When we get it right, we create a common ground where the community comes together to compete, connect, and play, irrespective of the things that divide us. As an example, BlizzCon has people from 59 countries all around the world here at the show today. That is amazing.
You know, and that is amazing. But I want to point this out, and this is my problem with politics and gaming and sports and things like that. One of the easiest ways to solve this is to exit completely from politics and make it clear cut. Not some catch-all rule when somebody displays some politics that you disagree with or that affects your bottom line. You know, that is one of the great things about gaming. It brings all sorts of people together from all sorts of ideologies, cultures, and backgrounds and countries. That's great. That's super. I generally believe he means that. I don't know how much power they have. I generally believe he means that. But one of the ways to avoid this type of situation is to cut it completely. Completely. That way, you can't be that way when people, put the LGBT stuff out there, which doesn't affect your bottom line, and you show if other folks, well, I have a political agenda as well, and I'd like to say what's on my mind after an event, and that does affect your bottom line, it doesn't put you in this precarious situation. You can bootlick in privacy. So, yeah, I think that's. I really don't think there's any upside for a corporation. A corporation's designed to make money. It's not designed to change the world. It's not designed to save the earth. It's not designed to save shit. It's designed to produce money for its employees or shareholders. And that's really the only purpose it should be. My father was a corporate man. He says when they started doing stuff like that, it affected production, efficiency. Because you're getting tied up in all this political drama and not doing what the company was designed to do, in this case, make video games. And now, we can praise people for speaking out. Oh, don't speak. It's Chinese. Oh. Don't do it, period. Have a clear-cut rule about political oppression, not a catch-all rule just to be able to nail the people that are saying things you don't like. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. And that's, I guess, one of the little problems I have. We're pro-expression. And look, a lot of Winnie the Poohs in the crowd, a lot of people speaking out, and they're allowing that, and that's a smart thing to do. Because they've realized at some level, well, if you're going to allow this, you got to allow that. And that's good. And that's because of you. That's because you said you did the hashtags, you pulled your games, you did all that stuff. That sent the message. The message got through. The simple solution is no politics, but it's probably too late. It's probably too late. So the way these people handle it going forward, if they stand up to the Chinese, which I'm not terribly confident that they will, and say, look, we're an American company. This company supports freedom of expression. And if they express themselves in a way that your leaders don't like, you have to decide whether you want to keep us in China or not. Have a nice day. You see what they do.
And that is the positive power of video games, to transcend divisions that surround us in so many of our places today. We will do better going forward. But our actions are going to matter more than any of these words. As you walk around this weekend, I hope it's clear how committed we are to everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places. I've actually seen and heard many of you expressing yourself this morning.
And again, that was smart to let it slide. I'm surprised they did. From what I understand, they're still taking signs away from people at NBA games. So the message got through. Gamers, rise up.
You use your vacation and your family time to be here in Anaheim with us. And we are so grateful that you're here this weekend. Our best moments are here in our shared passion for Blizzard games. So once again, BlizzCon has brought us together, and today you're going to see a lot of the hard work of the Blizzard team.
All right. So let's break this down slightly, a little bit. Let's go over it and all that good stuff. They realized they did something wrong. They realized that their North American or maybe free world market is important as well as the Chinese market. And they've acknowledged it. You're probably saying to yourself, how come you didn't unban Blitzchung? How come you not unban these two shoutcasters? Yeah, that's missing. We will do better. Okay, start by doing stuff in the past correctly. Like, you can say you're unbanned. That's right. You can do that. It's quite easy. It can be done. And one of the things they have done is they did at least do something with Blitzchung. This is going prior to BlizzCon. They shortened his suspension to 6 months, and they returned his Grandmaster title. And they also gave him his winnings back, which was the most important thing to me, and one of the reasons that I am a lot more satisfied than I was before. I have no word on these shoutcasters. I hope that comes in the coming days. I wouldn't count on it, but I still think overall, while it's not 100%, that's definitely a step in the right direction and definitely puts them on notice. So, even though I did not call for a boycott, and so many of you participated in that boycott, even though I never called for it, at least on the shot from the point end. I just told you what I was doing, and I wanted you to think about what you were doing. I am, because I have a very special friend. One of the reasons I'm doing this, and I think he's a good person, is Gamer J. Lee. And he's being brutally teased by the news team because he did not get Call of Duty, and he stuck by it. And I've been listening to the stories and amusing myself. It's not been easy. You want to go play with your friends. So I will be, even though there was no shot from the point boycott, I'm lifting the shot from the point boycott. Now, I'm sure the first thing, hey, you just want to go play games too. Well, sure. Yeah, I love to play Call of Duties with my buddies. But I think as we're going forward, first of all, I'm not the protest type. I'm not the one type of person to get involved with this. And I remember I said, don't burn your old games. Don't do all that. And I have a feeling there's a lot of people like Jay Lee that are probably, I just want to play Call of Duty now. This thing's pretty much as good as we're going to get it. And that's true. This is as good as we're going to get. This is something, it's positive. Could they do it again and ban some players, something like that, for doing something similar? We will find out. And then, you know what? We could always flip the switch back on again. It's not that difficult. We could do it. I think if it would happen again this blatantly, that I would have trouble buying a Blizzard product again. So what I'm going to do is, if any of you followed this, right, and said to yourself, I'm not buying, Tommy C said so, this is right, we're on, this is the right thing to do, we're lifting the shot from the point boycott. Go buy your games. One of the things I'm most proud about, and I did watch Jeremy's The Quarterings video on this, a lot of his fans were fighting and just like, well, you're not getting the game, and you're getting the game and I'm not, and that makes me a better person. And they're all kind of freaking virtue signaling and grandstanding and shaming people. And oh man, that's not what we're about here. I didn't see one single instance of that in Shot from the Point chat. If it happened, I'm so freaking proud of you guys that you're mostly grown up about it. I had team members come to me and says, look, I'm getting it. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm getting it. And I'm like, well, if you watch the video, I'm not going to shame you because I don't want to turn into a big SJW. Another reason I'm probably breaking away with this, I have a little shame, I suppose, about when we did the video on, I'm not going to even mention his name. You can go watch this podcast, on a person that had criticized Jay Lee heavily for pulling. And he was really, really, really crass with Jay Lee. And then I was like, well, we'll get him back. We'll show him the errors of his ways. And then we found out that 8 Thoughts already like kind of handled him. And I do believe that person, look, I got lines. I'm not like everybody's game. I've never been like that. Most of you that know me know that I'm not like that. I'll never be like that. I have a little regret at that because I don't know if that person thought it through or had all their faculties. And I don't pick on people that can't fight back. It's not my way. I've been consistent, well, we're always punching up because there's nowhere to go. I've been really consistent about who we've dealt with harshly. And it's mostly up. It's mostly up. I should punch down more often, but the one time I decided to punch down, I felt awful about it. And not that I won't do it again. You got wise ass commentators ready to snipe me at all times. So we'll leave it at that. We'll lift the shot from the point ban. I'll see you on Call of Duty in the coming days. Again, I'm really happy that you guys didn't act like total dickheads about it. You're just like, I'm either going to do this, I'm going to join you, or I'm not going to join you. If you still feel like you have to do it, I know Jeremy is not ready to get his World of Warcraft account back, but he's going to. I guess he's going to, or he just needs time. And I'm satisfied at this stage. And the reason I'm satisfied is because we got the best result that we're probably going to get. If it happens again, we'll have this conversation again. Thank you so much for supporting me, and thank you so much for supporting this cause on this micro level. But remember, the couple of hundred fans that did it here, that added to the millions that stood up and said this is unacceptable, and it got this long-haired middle-aged weirdo to get up and say, hey, we got it wrong at very least. And they're going to be careful before they try some stunt like this again. That's a win. Didn't get all the provinces, but that's a win.